Hey guys, I figured I'd just jump on here and do a little live reaction of Twilight Dungeon. I've never done my videos this way before, so I thought I'd just give it. But yeah, I thought Blizzard did a really good fucking job with these Twilight Dungeons, and I also think that they dropped the ball. First of all, I'll do some pros. I'm really fucking happy I get to play my main in these. Like they are really interesting in the sense that they're tough, very very hard. They require so much coordination. It's not even funny. Like, like our guys, we came in here the other night and we want to do these with a full guild group, and we went into SFK, first boss in SFK, and we wiped like 5, 6 times in a row. We just couldn't figure it out. We didn't know how to get it done, which is great. That's the situation I want to be in. Like, should we kill the blue one? Should we kill the orange one? I was fuck. What do we kill? How do we do this? We kite up the stairs. Should we run to the front door? All those questions are good. Funnily enough, Blizzard actually nerfed that boss pretty much hours later because people couldn't kill it. But we did get it killed, and it was super fun. And yeah, man, fuck, they're hard. Like I don't think they're tuned correctly. There's no way anybody in zero raid gear can come into these dungeons. They should be for like 370 item level at minimum, in my opinion. And I guess sort of the hardest part of these dungeons as well is like the players you meet inside them. It can be pretty rough. But the reason why I'm conflicted on these dungeons is because although we did get a lot of gear and stuff from these, Raid Finder should have been in the game. And in Raid Finder, you would have had one opportunity to probably do like one wing of Raid Finder. So you would have had access to like, I don't know, 3 or 4 pieces of 390, 384 gear. So now our gear is so inflated, it makes me worried. We're doing Dragon Soul tonight, and we did all of our testing in just Firelands gear. But now we've access to 4 sets, we've access to big trinkets, oh. So I'm a feeling that we're gonna actually decimate the raid, which in a sense these dungeons are a nerf to the raid, in my opinion. The raid was tightly tuned. We'll see how we get on. It'll be interesting. I'm sure I'll do some sort of video about Dragon Soul once I've cleared it. Maybe not like this. I'll probably do an actually edited one. It's a little bit more cohesive. Um, as you can see here, I've never done a video like this before, so even I don't know what I'm going to say right now. So could be fucking anything. But yeah, I'm surprised. I'm sitting here, I'm on my main, and as you see, I'm out of mana here. Like, you've actually got to try. They're actually tough instances. Oh yeah, I never spoke about it, but these things here, these buffs. So these buffs, you can get like 4 different buffs. You can get red, bronze, green, and blue. I've never seen anyone pick blue. To this day, I have not seen anyone pick blue. I would love to do some bullshit stuff with blue, like pick blue and then everybody waits at the boss till it gets 10 stacks and then we blow something up. I'd love to see like arcane mages with it. It'd be super fun. But it's just not reasonable. Like you have to move in these dungeons. So you can never build up the stacks, and it takes so long for it to build up. Green as well. Green is it reads as if it's meant for healers. I haven't used it yet. I thought it was absolutely bollocks. What I've actually done, I take the bronze and I reforge out of all of my haste. I see I run Vital Spirit as well, so my damage is pretty high. I've reforged out of all of my haste and I just use the buff, which can be kind of detrimental when you end up getting one of them older, the Twilight instances, the end time ones. So you go into end time and my fucking smites take like 7 seconds to cast. Which is another downside I found as well is why are they in the same queue? Like that's so wasteful. That's so lazy on Blizzard's behalf. It's like we'll just put the shitty normals inside the Twilight queue. We'll just put loads of gear on them. Like I'd say the best way to gear your character if you're a newly ding character is to just do the end time instances, just on repeat, and you'll get all the gear you need. Wonder if these guys are all together because they're all from the same. This is where you get lucky. You get a few boys in the same guild and the run goes smoothly. was kind of hoping this run went to shit, to be honest with you. I thought that'd be a lot funnier. Alright, go, go, go. I know it looks really rude. Caps go, it's just like caps lock on. Now here is where shit gets interesting. Everyone has a different priority in which to kill these. I think that was the right choice, so I'm a big fan of killing the black one. It needs to go. So we saved our Shadow Fiend there for that blue. Where is it? They haven't killed it, have they? Always super rough. The fucking blue just probably just disappeared through the fucking planet. Again, on early days we had the blue orb would just disappear through walls and stuff, nightmare stuff. Clearly Blizzard haven't balanced a lot of this. Like we did this in the PTR, it was nothing like this. The orbs died really, the blobs died really quickly. Probably killed maybe 2 or 3 of them at the same time, and then on live they're completely different from the PTR testing. Which, even sort of just going back to SFK there, when I told you that they hot fixed the blobs on the first boss, Blizzard's fix to those blobs was to actually just delete them. Like they don't spawn on that boss anymore. Like that's not my type of way to. This group's fucking phenomenal, by the way. This group's doing brilliantly. It's not my kind of way to fix stuff. It's to just delete it out of the game. It's like, oh, what's the fix? Just take it out the back and shoot it. Get rid of it. You know, just a bit boring in my opinion. Yeah, this group here is phenomenal. These boys are great. But again, I don't know. I'm like, tell me in the comments, would you guys have rather done LFR than these dungeons? Because personally, I like these dungeons. These dungeons are pretty good. As I says, being forced to take my main into these is actually a good thing. Like, it does make me feel like, why the fuck did I raid Firelands for so long and get all my Firelands gear when I basically replaced it all with 5-man dungeon gear at the end of the season? But these have been fun. But I do wonder if there's a subset of people out there that are like, why do I want to do the same 5-mans for the 3rd time when, especially since LFR would have been, you know, quote unquote new content for a lot of players. At least LFR's raiding, you know, like 5-mans are great and all, but we all design our characters for raiding. Like I wouldn't even, like a lot of times I wouldn't even have a dungeon spec. I was just playing my raiding spec because that's where I love the game. Dungeons are just means to an end most of the time. Like, would I choose to play the game if this was the end content? No. But it does make me think like LFR might have been better for the community. It certainly makes me think what they're gonna do in Spandaria. Like, are we gonna have Raid Finder, or are they gonna make up some bollocks Twilight dungeons? Like the Inferno dungeons, for example, they were a massive failure in my eyes. They were the worst thing ever. Health and damage, same dungeons. Like, that's not even Mythic Plus. That's Mythic Minus. Or dog shit. Guys aren't. I was calling them a good group, and they're not even skipping. Motherfuckers. Making me play the game for longer. But yeah, fucking. I don't know what to think myself. I think leaving LFR out wasn't even like a conscious, is it good or is it bad for the game. Even their blue post that they put out saying that they think it's too toxic. I honestly think they just couldn't be fucked to, or they didn't have the staff or the time to just code it correctly. Like, they couldn't test it, they didn't have the time for it. So I just think they went, you know what, we'll cut it out and we'll have half the work. Sure, look at like Sod was coming out at the same time. Next round was Sod was coming out around the time the PTR was being done. And their big flex was to release Nax 25 from fucking. They cut LFR. Again, I'm no fucking wizard, but if I'm thinking they've got Sod on the go, retail's around the corner, and they're like, do we put in LFR? And half the community don't even want it. Yeah, I would have just fucking cut it as well. What's your haste on? 600% haste. But again, this is the shit that I want. You know, I want to look at like some ludicrous. Uh, yes, now I want to come under like these ludicrous situations where you've got all this busted health and stuff like that there, and you know it's a bit wacky, especially towards the end patch as well. Making things wacky towards the end is always super fun. It always reminds me of like the corruption in retail back in, what was it, BFA or Legion or some shit, where they just break the game, make everything really fun. So this is like normal haste values now under this effect. So that's what I think they should be doing. The game should be made to be having fun. Like these buffs here, make them wild and wacky. Have a good time. Haste, kind of a bit boring to be honest with you. Even these affixes, stealing them from Zon Oz, like these blobs, just like, oh here we'll do these wild new tactics in all of the 5-man dungeons. Like, oh, we'll just steal stuff from Zon Oz from the fucking uh, from the raid that we're currently doing. Enough for me. Bit of creativity. Could have done anything in this. I'm talking, so I'm not really actually playing the game right. I make fun of all these streamers all the time, and I go to do it, fucking, and I fall to bits. Gotta press 2 buttons for the whole raid, and I can't even do it. At least this instance specifically is very, very fast. But here, I'll give you a couple of tips, guys, because like this group here is pretty good that I'm in. But if you find yourself in a bad group, and your best friend is this skull icon, get yourself a keybind and get the skull icon. You're gonna come into a group that have no idea what they're fucking doing. They probably won't even listen to you whenever you say kill the black one or kill the blue one. They're just gonna fucking AoE and they're not gonna hit anything. But what I know about the classic community, you put a fucking skull on the target, they'll fucking kill it. Especially if they're bad players. Put a skull on their fucking mum, they'd probably fucking start DPS now. Like look, he was he was straight to that middle one. But yeah, like your skull icon, if you put a skull icon on these blobs, you will effectively make your runs smoother. Even as a healer, especially as a tank, like it makes your life so much easier. Like you can just say it, like you don't even need to explain to them you need to kill the black one. You just skull on the black target and they will switch to it and they will kill it. Even if they don't know what it does, they'll do it. That's just the way this community is at the minute. Like it's only actually whenever you get into a group of like good players where you'll notice that if you put a skull on something, they might be like actually killing the red here's better, and they might ignore the skull. But even then, just we're all just ingrained to kill the skull. Like if you put a skull on the target, I'd probably just click on it because we're just this classic community. We just ingrained in our skull for the last 20 years. Kill the skull. I had an argument one time in classic, like back in 2019, and I was raid leading in Molten Core, and I had an automatic marker. It was really, doing like an auto marker with Gore was really big back then, and the auto marker made one of the fire mobs that I wanted killed third. It would put an X on it. So I would say to the guys, kill the skull and then kill the square. Weeks. We're talking weeks of doing Molten Core, and the X always died second. It didn't matter. Like it even if I told them before the pull, if I explained it to the mid pull, they always just killed the X second. So trust me when I say, if you put a skull on the target, people will switch to it, and it's really impactful, especially when you're wiping or you've got a bad tank or something like that. There, put a skull on the target, these motherfuckers will kill it. And maybe even tell them the priority. Like if you start an instance or you get to the first boss and you wipe once or twice, I would just say just reiterate the rotation that you think is the best. A lot of these players, they come in here and they have one wipe and they leave. That's something I've noticed as well. Progress in classic is not a thing. If it doesn't die instantly, they leave. There's no, oh, we'll try this. We'll it has to die perfectly every single time or the group falls to bits. The amount of times I've joined one of these pugs, we've wiped the first boss, nobody's even said hello in the group chat, and then people just start leaving. We haven't even attempted to improve our tactic on this boss, and you guys have left. Especially tanks. If you're a tank player, like a tank main, you're probably an asshole. And you probably know it. The amount of tanks that come in, they join for 15 minutes, and then they leave. They don't even get deserter because they've been in the dungeon long enough, and then just join another group. Fucking annoys. So I'm a stubborn cunt. I just want to come in here, and even if we wipe on this next boss, I'll just go again. It's I would feel like I cheated if I left and found like a phenomenal group to kill all this stuff with. I don't care how shit you are, we're killing this boss. And if you leave, fine. But we were doing a Grim Battle the other day. Um, Me and Scotty, and he was on his rogue, and the pugs that we got in the group was two other rogues. So we were we were three roguing the first boss in Grim Battle. And if you know anything about Grim Battle, you'll know that you have to kill this ad. It's like a purple ad, and if you kill it on top of the other ads or the boss, it empowers them and they explode and do loads of damage. And fair enough, one of the guildies actually was our healer, and it was the hardest fight in the world to get the ad to die without empowering everything because we only had 3 melee. Fuck, it was good time. What do you think? How many of these boys are gonna jump? I would kill. Here, I'll tell you one thing about the Cobalt as well. If you let the Cobalt reach at all, it will always. Oh, it didn't kill Cobalt. That's what I mean. Oh, I'm legitimately gonna have a bad time here. Where's the ball? Did they kill the ball and I was out of range of it again? I was talking shit to you guys. Oh, I could be the reason we fucked this up. No! Right, if we get a battle race here, we'll be alright. I'm blaming you guys on that one. Probably rude. Oh no! Okay, that's my bad. I'm gonna have to apologize to these nerds. Oh, the tank's back up. I'm dead. Fuck. Alright, next time we'll actually focus on this one. Fuck. By the way, if any of you have actually made it this far in 20 minutes into a video, I'm probably gonna have to edit a few bits of it as well anyway, just to make sure it's not too rambly. So I tell you what, I suck at these live recordings. I just talk shit the entire time. If any of you still here, like and subscribe for me. We're going for that big 60. And again, I'm going to do some videos around Dragon Soul to round out expansion. Hopefully we'll make some videos that just aren't shitting on the entire time. Do some prep map videos. If any's interested in that, I will be going hard on map as well. Oh, I should have wanted. I wonder if any leavers or Max PvP player here. I wonder if he's gonna leave. Guess that proves me wrong, you know? The fact that people just leave when you wipe once. But this seems to be a guild group. These boys seem pretty decent. Except they killed this whole instance. I don't know if you guys know, but you can pretty much skip every single mob in this instance from about the second boss. Tends to be the way that we normally do. Did this instance the other day with a Resto Druid that didn't spec into his magic dispel. Yeah, I think 3 DPS died about 4 times in a row until they figured out how to jump. Yeah, I'm gonna right lads. I'm gonna have to do this one right. So if I stop talking, I'm focusing. But again, yeah, like everyone's saying these instances are hard. You've just seen me do it by like literally not paying attention at all. So like they are hard, but I think they're more hard in the sense of you need a lot of gear to do them rather than their actual difficulty. And whenever you do the tactic right, like you kill the right mob, you can definitely see how easy it becomes. Also, stop killing the purple one. People always assume the purple one is the black one. Their names are, they've got weird names, don't they? What is it? They've got the dark orb is the one you want to kill, and the shadowed orb is the one you just leave alone. Yeah, don't worry about killing the shadowed. It doesn't fucking do anything. Like, not that much. Like here, going, I would kill the red here. Right. So let's put a skull on and they instantly switch to, see what I mean? Like I put a skull on the red there and they instantly switch to it. Even though they're a guild group, they should not be listening to me in the slightest. If you're a guild group, just don't listen to some stupid pug like you. Alright, let's actually play the game here, sorry. Actually jump to the next chain. It looks like they're thinking the same thing. And we want to keep our Shadow Fiend here for the, if they get Cobalt. Cobalt is a nightmare. And I haven't actually been paying attention to stand in range. Good. Yeah, yeah. We should never wipe there, that was just me being a donkey. Alright, we want to kill the dark one here. Okay, we should actually pay attention because can't jump. White men can't jump. Right, and then there, I don't know. I don't need to worry about the cobalt. We don't even need to worry about that. Or not. Never mind. Fuck. Kill it. Alright, cool. We did it. Oh, and the headpiece. Do I need the headpiece? I can't remember. I do. Unreal, lads. I'm gonna win this. Anyone? Yeah, I can get that. See, there you go. Like even there, I came into this. I actually have most of my gear. I even have the healing mace and stuff in my bags. I did this instance with the with the staff on because you know EPing. But yeah, yeah, they're good. They're fucking good. And even me, who's done Firelands for the entire duration of Kata, how long it's been out, still needed gear from it. It's good. It's awesome. We get all the we get all the players that like the game into it, and we get all the returning players in. It's a bit hard, but as you see, use your skull icon and tell people the priority. As you've seen there, this was a good group. This was a good group, and on that last attempt there where I wiped us, they killed the wrong orb. People are still getting it wrong, and it's not a big deal. Obviously, you can react and you can figure it out, but if you know better, use your keybind and put a skull icon up. You've seen there in that last attempt, people will switch to the skull, and you'll have a whole easier time. You know, take charge of your groups, and these things will die. But guys, if you've made it this far, thank you very much. Good luck. I might do some editing. I know I had a lot of talking there for the second boss that I might just delete because I was talking absolute wet. Alright guys, peace.